Hey guys, it's me, and like I promised, we have our DS1 beginner strength build. So this is called the Berserker. It's supposed to be dealing massive damage, and usually a ton of poise damage, while also being able to get the weapon fairly early on. So we'll go over how to get it, and what the recommended stats are, and what armors should you wear as a new player. Okay, let's get into it. The weapon we're going to use is the Great Club, because it has massive physical and stance damage, and you can get it at the start if you have the master key, but you can also get this Y-hander at the end of the filing graveyard, and both of these will carry you through really just a huge chunk of the game, more like the entire game from start to end. And yeah, your armor is basically just up to you, depending on what you find. You'll come across the Elite Knight set, which is actually a really good armor set. It's also like the most iconic armor set. Oscar wears this. Our favorite chosen undead wears it. And yeah, when you get to Anne Orlando, you can stop on the Silver Knight helm. It also looks really cool. But you can still keep the Elite Knight set for like the whole game. Both these armors are very good. They're both solid defenses. Or you can wear as part of Havel's set. Because Havel's armor is like the heaviest armor in the game. But if you do plan to level up your endurance a lot, you will be able to wear the full Havel set. But for now, we're just wearing the Silver Knight set. Because why not? It looks pretty cool. As you can see, we have the Grass Crest shield. And normally, I don't prefer shields for strength builds. But this one, if you don't know, if you're a new player, it boosts your stamina regen, which is amazing because our Great Club takes up a ton of stamina to swing. So it's better in those cycles. It also takes up less stamina than this Y-hander, which is actually better for beginners. Both of these weapons don't weigh that much, and they hit like trucks, pretty much. I don't recommend using the Dragon Tooth. It's just really heavy, but if you do plan to swap, you can go ahead and use the Dragon Tooth. It has 999 durability, but it's not really a pure strength weapon because of that descaling in strength. It's kind of a downside, but it does have great physical power, and it can still be buffed. It's like I have gold pine resin here. The stat you want to hit with is mainly from 30 to 40 strength, just to output more damage with the Great Club. You will mainly want to focus on vitality, because you're going to be chaining hits, because why not? The Great Club hits pretty slow, and some endurance to at least have some stamina and be able to wear armor. So let's go over how to get this at the beginning. If you chose to use the Great Club, which is what I recommend, follow my steps. Since you are going to start as the bandit, you will need to put 5 points into strength to be able to two-hand the Great Club, 28 to one-hand it, but be sure you have enough strength to one-hand it so you can get those parries in, you know. But we will need the Master Key as our starting gift. But if using this Y-hander, you really don't have to start with the Master Key, but I recommend having this as just starting gift, because it can open like any basic lock, and it helps with almost anything for a beginner. And like, yeah, so here's how to get the Great Club. Follow my steps. We're going to go down here. Also, I highly recommend you take the homeward bones from the 4 chests before you drove into the graveyard. One of those chests have 6 homeward bones, and you're really gonna need them because we're gonna go down to a poison swamp. If you know what that is. Down the elevator. Be sure if you're coming back here, then send the elevator back up. You're in New Londo ruins, but we're actually gonna take this way. This is when the Master Key comes in handy. It unlocks this door. So now you can skip to the Valley of the Drakes, which is an area that you gain access to way later in the game. But now that we're here early, yeah. And I want you to be careful here, because there's some clubbers that can deal poison, and you mainly just want to ignore them and run past them. And like, yeah. But if you do have, but you will start with the spider shield if you pick the bandit, which can actually block poison, which is very neat for this place, because there are mosquitoes here that do poison, and there's even enemies that shoot toxic darts, which toxic is more deadlier than poison, if you're new. Spider shield can help with all that. So if you have the spider shield, you can block maybe a blow dart sniper. He shoots toxic darts, and you'll most likely get toxic in one hit. So be sure you have that spider shield to block it, and make sure you're fast enough to kill it, or simply run past it as a Sigma grind set. You don't want to play in human, because there will be an invader here, and she's very resistant even though she's naked. We need a Mildred. Don't worry about getting poisoned, because we're right about to leave. But mainly, you don't want to fight anything. Now this is where you have to really follow me. There's two of the same guys throwing boulders. And just be sure you ignore them. The Great Club will be sitting right here for you. And now, we don't want to get out normally. It would take a while. So, we're going to use that homeward bone. That's when the homeward bone comes in handy. We're going to go back to the shrine. Or maybe not. Okay, well, you'll just go back to the shrine if you just started. This shield that we have here, the grass kind shield, there's two ways to obtain it. One, first you will come across the Undead Burg, and then once you kill the boss there, you will move to the Undead Parish. And then when you get to Blacksmith Andre at the next bonfire, you will go to Darkroot Garden. But here's the faster way to do it at the beginning. Yes, we will still go down to New Londo. But this time we are going a different way. Instead of heading to Blighttown, you'll just turn left. Now you'll really want to stay with me at this point. On the way, there's this large zombie dragon. Zombie undead dragon. These two items are death traps. It'll wake the dragon up, and then he'll kill you. But this one you can pick up for free. The one on the left is a store illustrator, and you can actually get it without him waking up. But you can't get the shield. So you can get to this side of his claw, and then you can pick it up for yourself. Yay, easy faith build for you. There's going to be a Drake over there. Since there's a wide space, you likely won't have to get hit by his lightning. or to the side, not block it. There's another Drake here. There's really only 2 Drakes on the way, and you can just run past this one. It's not really a problem. Or you can run straight to the left on the first Drake and run away. Off this elevator. You'll hear this short little cave. You all want to watch out. There'll be a Black Knight here wielding the Black Knight halberd. If you're lucky enough to drop it, it'll drop one of the best weapons in the game for noobs. But it's not really worth the time of strength builds because it requires 18 dexterity and we only have 9. Anyways, this right here is the Grasscrest shield. Now, speaking of the rings right here, Havel's ring, you can actually get it right now. Just follow me. You'll be able to open this door with the master key. And if you have 28 strength to one-hand the great club and you at least have it reinforced, then you're on the lucky side. Otherwise, use the battle axe that you start with. Or if you can pick up a dagger. Havel will be in here. You just have to start parrying him. He's very easy to parry. But if you mess up, you'll instantly get killed. But don't worry, the bonfire is not far away from here. And actually, you'll be able to go up here. Yep. Back to the undead bird. Well, there are 2 crystal wizards that we must kill. One is up here. Right before the Taurus demon boss fight, there will be a barrel right here. You basically just want to smash it. Whenever you're a crystal wizard, you'll mostly kill it in one hit. And if you're lucky enough, you'll drop either large titanite shards or titanite chunks. There is a second crystal wizard, though. And that is in the Dark Root Basin. So I'm gonna go back. And follow where I go. Instead of going into the forest, go up this way. There will be a crystal wizard right here. You're just gonna want to have to deliver a run attack to it when you see it. But don't worry if it disappears, because every crystal wizard respawns if you rest at a bonfire. So you basically have unlimited attempts until you finally kill that thing. But anyways, if you keep going up, you will come up against Andre and his bonfire. And yeah. By the way, if you are using this Y-hander, it's much easier to use than the Great Club because of stat requirements. Only need to level 2 points in strength and 1 in dex. But anyways, the last thing for this build is the Ring of Favor and Protection. Now, I don't recommend this ring for new players because it breaks when you take it off. I'm not actually gonna unequip it because you can't get it again in a single playthrough. fastest way to obtain it is actually one of the most important ways. There will be a guy in gold armor. He's called Lautrec. You can either free him from his cell using the master key before the bell gargoyles, or he'll appear at Firelink Shrine after you kill the bell gargoyles. But anyways, you basically just want to kick him off, which kick is forward and then R1. It actually isn't that hard to do. So, yeah. When you kick him off, he'll die. Just reload the game, and then he'll get his brain. Yeah. Armor's not that hard to find. Elite Knight set is in the forest in the Darkness Garden with like the Stone Knights and crap. Silver Knight set is in Orlando, where there's 2 Silver Knight Spearmen, and the room can only unlock from that other side. And Havla set, yes, is in Anne Orlando, just like the Silver Knight set. Anyways, I hope this build will carry you through the game if you're a new player, and my advanced strength build will come out soon. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe for more Souls content.